Showman Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now heavyweight news. So we're gonna say some AJ Anthony Joshua news after that fight with your boy Andy Ruiz Jr. You know, it's gonna be a little bit of Joshua news up in there. You know, things going down. You know, I got some main news, my main news, right? But before I get into that, let's talk about some good Anthony Joshua news, right? Anthony Joshua breaks the pay-per-view record in England, 1.6 million. That's the most ever. Anthony Joshua has the top 3 pay-per-views in English history. You know, and this has been some fights. Come on now, Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, right? You would think, well, Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, but in England, less pay-per-views. Them fights with David Haye, Vladimir Klitschko, David Haye, y'all was hyped about that. I know I was. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Big fights and other fights. But to have the top 3, that's why a lot of people follow Anthony Joshua. He's mainstream there. And, he's got the look. He's handling his business. Only lost 1 fight. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people probably haven't given up on him because he's lost a fight. Right? Similar to me. You know, if Dante Wado lose a fight, I ain't going to be tripping. Especially if he's outpointed by Tyson Fury or something. Whatever. You know what I mean? If that were to happen. But I ain't. But my point is it would. You stick with your fighter, even if when he's down, he comes back. You know, that now Anthony Joshua is a 2-time champion. And see, this brings me to my other point. Anthony Joshua left a little cryptic message, like, hey, what is it? 222001 or something like that, right? On Instagram from one of the article I read. And yeah, what he got back was a whole bunch of people talking about fight Deontay Wilder. We ain't got time to be figured out what your message is. Fight Deontay Wilder. And this is big because this is AJ fans are demanding a Wilder fight. This is the title of an article I read, right? And it was a British article, which is important. I never thought I would see a British article saying AJ fans demand Wilder fight. That's huge news for me. Been here a minute, understanding what Anthony Joshua fans really want, which is not a Deontay Wilder fight. They don't clamor for it. Now we're getting to the time where at least some are. And that's good enough for me. Because you can't. Some people are going to follow you to the abyss. We see the Trump fans. 30% does not matter what he does. Literally. We're following him because he's this. We ain't going to get it in this video, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Because he's that. They're following him no matter what. He can do as many crimes as he wants to. No matter what. So certain fans are going to be with somebody down for whatever. Doesn't really matter. Right? So this is big to see that at least some people in England are saying, hey, regardless of what, fight Wilder. Now, I know I've been getting a couple of comments from, the same kind of people. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're talking about, they must have watched Good Morning Britain and heard Joshua talk about, he wants to be undisputed. Right? All these people are acting like, hey, Joshua doesn't have the power to say, damn WBO, that mandatory with Usyk, which you talked about, damn the IBF, Kubrat Pulev, I'm going to fight Wilder for the undisputed now. Wilder could say, damn Tyson Fury. The only reason he's fighting Tyson Fury because he couldn't get Joshua back in the day. And Tyson Fury, remember what Tyson Fury said? Because Joshua ducked him, avoided him, I have to save Britain's honor. I fight him after a 2-year layoff. That's what he said. Get mad at Tyson Fury. Brit, right? Just like you get mad at Lennox Lewis when he says something. How the hell we talking to Deontay Wilder with 12.5 million, 15 million? Give him 60-40 right at the beginning. You don't give him, what do you call it, tittins or pittance? I don't know. It's some kind of British word, just meaning a little bit. That's what Lennox Lewis said. What was happening? He got called a clown. And y'all let him get away with it. You're an undisputed champion that you're supposed to be proud of. Because he said Joshua should have offered 60-40 then. We ain't got time to get into it. I wouldn't talk to Republicans right now, so I wouldn't talk to them. Bottom line is everybody know what time it is. So it's time to get down and let's start acting like Joshua doesn't have the power to say, you know something? I'm fighting for undisputed. WBA, WBO, and IBF, what y'all gonna do? Whatever. I'm going to be undisputed. And they would all back off. They would all back off because he has that much power. Think I'm lying? Well, we just talked about the pay-per-views he's had, right? Who wants to jump off that train? Other thing is Canelo. Watch Canelo. Y'all don't remember Canelo fought at 155 pounds. 154 is junior middleweight, 160 is middleweight. He was allowed to fight at 155 pounds, and you know what? Everybody started calling it Canelo weight, right? WBC told him, you got to fight Gennady Golovkin. You got to fight Gennady Golovkin. Mandatory, right? He basically threw the belt away, the WBC belt. Now I don't want nothing to do with you or the belt. Since then, the WBC has did whatever Canelo wants, right? The WBC, we bought Canelo's BS. I'm just adding BS on it. We bought Canelo's BS. That's what the WBC did. Okay, well, we better back off. We better not make him fight nobody no more. Tried to make him fight Charlo. Then instead of doing that, hey, you know what? Let's give him a franchise title. Did the same thing with Gennady Golovkin when he tried to fight Charlo too. But it's a whole different story. I'm just saying the boxers, especially those main attractions and A-sides and stuff like that, they have the power to do that. We don't have to be sitting around here acting like, well, I have to fight Usyk. Anybody talk to Usyk about that? Usyk could say, hold up. I've told you many times. He'd say, hold up. Go and be undisputed like I am. And then after that, then we can fight. Kubrat Pulev would be the only problem. Give him a million or something. Say, hold up. I'm going to be undisputed. Everybody would. Right? We know that. Tyson Fury is a clown right now. Tyson Fury got other stuff to do. If he didn't have to fight on February the 20th, then because his eye, we know that his eye messed up still. But even if you're not saying it's healed, is healed enough to fight Wilder? Good luck with that. But he can go to WWE and fight Brock Lesnar or something in the meantime. Or, hey, go on tour with your boy, I forget, Robbie Williams, real quick with the Christmas song they about to bring out. Something like that. For a middle. Everybody can move out the damn way for undisputed, and we all know it. Right? We all know it. So let's not go into the circus that we had before. We know what boxers have to say. You want to hear what the boxer would say? Listen to 78 Sports TV, the interview he got with your boy, Deontay Wilder, because he get him. And the Deontay Wilder speaking open, and he's comfortable. It might be a cuss word here or there because he's comfortable. He's talked to his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Those are, informative interviews, right? Don't get all of the public people don't really know about it or whatever, because not mainstream. He's talking to his homeboy, and he does it often, right after fights and before fights or whatever. 78 got access to the champ, right? And that's what it is. Now, no one's against Anthony Joshua, right? What we're against is whoever's in the way of undisputed. That's what it is. Right now, it seems to be Anthony Joshua. If you really want him, forget the belts. Like we said before, if somebody don't act, if they act up, then fight anyway. Because by now, with this circus we've been going through, guys, look, into 2016, you know what I'm saying? Think about that. About 4 years, 3.5 for sure. I'm just going off the random here, right? At least the beginning of 217, right? We're about to be at the beginning of 220, right? That's what's about to happen. So let's not let these guys get away with nothing, or that guy get away with anything. You want to fight him now. We don't have to wait for nothing. Just call him out. Hey, I ain't gonna fight Usyk, Pulev, and you don't fight Tyson Fury. All of them can wait, because we about to handle our business. That's what I would like to hear. Let's see if that happens. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.